Alrighty, so welcome to financial algebra again. Let me put that somewhere. On all my things that it doesn't say financial algebra. That's embarrassing. All right, so we're going to do a warm-up. We're going to answer the poll and be prepared to enable your mic if you want to discuss stuff. So far, we're still looking for someone else to vote. Anybody want to vote? You can't vote again. Oh, we got all 4 voters. Nice, unless someone's backing out. Okay, so there's a next quarter. I can hear myself and it bugs me. So next quarter we're going to be looking at banking and investments and savings accounts and checking accounts and all that good stuff. And so I'm going to have a bank representative come out, talk about CDs and how banks can help you in a credit union versus it's actually a credit union representative, not a bank representative, and talk to you the difference about banks and credit unions. I sent out a message and I'm waiting for a reply for them to come, but they had already agreed to come. So it's more of a follow-up. And so I just want to kind of know when and where the best place and time is to try to get the most people active and involved, because I think it'll be interesting information. And when we do it, I'm going to have expectations that you submit a question or you bring questions if you're going to come, because I don't like having people come out and kind of waste their time of dead space. Although they probably wouldn't have dead space because this person is actually a marketing representative, so they're probably pretty good at giving information versus, no, you got to ask me. So that should be pretty good. So let's read this quote that's in green, and then I want you to share your ideas on it. It's kind of like looking like Wednesday is a good day, which is a good day for me too. The quote, which is by the discussion, which is in red on the top right. Your net worth to the world is usually determined by what remains after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones. What do you think that means?
Can we get a bank account when we're like 17?
You can get a bank account no matter how old you are. You might have to have like a parent on it. They don't give you credit cards. No, they don't give you credit cards, but they'll open up a savings account for you.
Okay, I have to turn off your voice.
So, I know, is it bugging you, the echo part? Yeah, mute it. Mute it. Hi, Ariel. So what do you guys think? Ready, set, type. That green box by the red discussion. The red discussion, what does a green quote mean? Oh, it's not by him either. His name's, it's not by him.
Whoa. Your net worth to the world is usually
by Benjamin Franklin. It wasn't by that other Walter dude.
By what remains after your bed.
Do I have any ideas? So I don't have answers. I got ideas, but I don't have answers. So Donovan and, oh, she backed back out. It's Donovan. Donovan, if you want to take over like student 4, 5, or 6, you can take over student 1 too, but you know. What do you think? Oh, Kitty's taking over everything. You like totally take over what she's doing though. She's pulling a Mr. Roth. Mr. Roth would pull stuff like that. Oh, you're all messing everywhere. Oh, Donovan. So Donovan, you can see that Katie Beth was very nice and picked you as student 5. So if you want to type your answer there. What we're answering is on the top right, there's a red discussion word, and then underneath it is a green quote. Your net worth will be to the world is usually determined by what remains after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones. In your opinion, what does that quote mean?
It means I'm leaving for something.
Just have a moment of, oh, deep thoughts. Do you guys know who Jack Handy is? Jack Handy. Saturday Night Live quote something or other from, way back when I was younger, since I'm still young. One of the quotes was, I wish that on math tests, you can give impressions, then that you'd get the answer right if you just shared what your impressions of the problem were. Like, yeah, that's a good one. No, stuff happens because people are typing at the same time. So weird stuff happens when you're working in there. And then sometimes someone can like totally mess up what you're doing because they have access to your notepad too. Oh,
I made mine rainbow one.
how'd you do rainbow? Just like kept switching all the colors out.
I'll show you.
Oh, takes forever though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's hard to find
so
it.
most of you are talking about decisions in life. So you're talking about, oh, you can't turn it white. Although I was helping somebody yesterday and I was working on a whiteboard and it had white writing and you can see the shadow. You can see the shadow of it, kind of like it's barely, but it's not even there. Um, so you guys are looking at like the worth of the person. And this is probably a good way of thinking of it as well. That wasn't how I was thinking of it because, I'm teaching financial algebra. We're talking about net worth, so then I'm not talking about the worth of a person, but I like that you guys are interpreting it that way. Um, like Donovan, he says that bad decisions can have a much worse impact on your life. There's some bad decisions that have long-term consequences, and everything has a consequence in life, good or bad. And so if you only want good consequences, then make good choices. That's what I tell my son, and it doesn't work. Um, and then I'm trying to read what Monte is saying because someone keeps messing it. It's Tay. That's kind of the nice thing is I can tell who messes with it. Your bad decisions outweigh your good choices. You'll be digging if they do, you'll be digging yourself in a hole of regret that hinders your ability to do anything you like or would need to do. I like that one. I like that interpretation. I can't read Katie Best because it turned yellow. Quote means to me that you can make enough right turns to overcome all your wrong turns. Yeah, and so I like those, and I like your guys' interpretation. That was unique from how I was interpreting it. I was like, when you're talking about your assets, by the way, just means the things you have. Your liabilities mean the things you owe. Most Americans, their liabilities kind of outweigh their assets. They're in a lot of debt. They're in a lot of consumer debt. It's the American greed. What'd you say?
That's just America, period.
America has very much a credit card mentality and go into debt and pay it later. And one of these days, I will have you guys crunch those numbers to see how much, if you were to take a credit card and max it out at just say $2,000 and only pay your minimum payment, how much interest you would pay on that. And then we can look at the things you might have bought and then see how much you would have really spent. So that's one of the things that helps me not do credit card debt. Um, is because there's a lot of good stories that have crumbled people financially for that. I have one of my financial algebra classes, there's a finance class. I was taking, the professor was sharing of a student who went to Vegas and won $2,500. So pretty stoked. So he came back and was like really excited. Well, the casino, they keep record of your information, so they sent him a all expense paid vacation to come back. So he came back and he left being 15 grand in debt because he thought he was lucky, right? I was on this winning streak and anyway, so you gotta be careful. No, and that's what you need to be. It's just like, if you lucked out on something, it's luck. It's not, it wasn't, beating the casino is luck, it's not skill. Because if they can tell that you actually have that skill, there are ways you can beat. Then they actually get you booted out because they don't want you. If you can count cards, they don't want you in their building, So all those good things. So today, holy cow. Today our main purpose is seeing if you guys have any questions for me. Does anybody have any questions for me for the class, for anything? Going forward, some of you were in Q1 and you came late, and so it was hard to be successful for Q1, but going into Q2, no excuses, we'll just be 100% successful. Send me messages, write me emails, send me texts. I keep my phone downstairs and it goes into, what's that mode called? The one where the little moon comes out. What's that mode? What's that mode called? It's the sleep mode, but I don't know what else it's called. It's the do not disturb mode or whatever. So it actually won't ring through. I'll receive messages, but I won't know I did. And so you can send me messages even if you're working on financial algebra at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I did that one time.
Yeah? Yeah, you can send messages, and every once in a while, if I'm awake and I know it, I'll send one right back and be, what are you doing? But I want you guys to understand and to find success in financial algebra because it's pretty applicable. Does anybody have any questions? I have 4 people and 2 classrooms. Anybody in the 2 classrooms or the 4 people have any questions? I'll show you my really cool webinar I was going to do last week, but it was October 1st, so we didn't do it. We're going to talk about pie charts, and I think it's a really cool looking pie chart for, I think it's pretty. That was week 9. Week 9 we did lots of pie charts, so I was going to go over pie charts. This is week 10, so you have lots of questions for me? No questions? If you don't have any questions, I don't have any answers.
I put questions on there.
Oh, I can't read anything you type. Where'd you stick it?
There, it's in the chat box.
Oh, no it's not. Where did you put your questions? Because I really don't see them. Did you do a personal chat with somebody and stick them there? Because I really don't see them. Do you see them?
Oh, it's Gateway class. Oops.
Did you do a personal chat with Gateway and I can't see that? I know I've just set my stuff. Okay. So you got a Gateway chat going on?
No, they were all different colors too.
Oh, and it didn't color through? You can color your chat? That's like weird. So anyway, I don't have anything. I just need, I mean, if you didn't bring questions, I don't have answers. Oh no, we got lots of colors. If you earn it. Yeah, I don't give out grades like candy. I don't even give out candy, so I guess I do give out grades like candy. I don't do it. Because I'm on a pretty restricted budget, so I don't spend a lot of money where I don't have to. So I got 5 people living off of my income, and we make it, but we don't make it by a lot, so. But every once in a while when I get paid, I'm like, oh, I could go buy a bag of candy, and then, maybe around Halloween I'll share. I don't know, that's usually when I buy it because it goes on sale. Alrighty, guys. You got some questions. How awesome was my work? Awesome. Are you still behind in grading? No, I'm not behind in grading. Financial algebra is awesome. Finished financial algebra this quarter 2 days ago. Nice. See, that's just totally awesome.